Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Spectacular batting by Stoinis-Wade. I mean, you've got to give it to them. Look at that partnership. 81 of 41. This is with 5 wickets down. Zaheer, given the fact that Matthew Wade, here's the thing. It's going against most kind of knowledge that people conform with, right? You don't play people out of position. Wade in T20 cricket has been opening in the Big Bash, getting tons of runs, right? You're suddenly playing him at 7. You've been playing this entire lead up to the World Cup saying, we're going to play 5 bowlers, right? We're going to play Ashton Agar, is going to come in at 7. Then you go, you know what? We may want one more batter. That batter, it just seems so counterintuitive. That batter comes in today at number 7, an opener is playing at number 7, gets 41 of 17, gets you through to the final. I mean, throw the books out, throw the data out, instinct.
and role designation as well, Jiki. But you're talking about the partnership, right?
Yeah.
The partnership, actually, the value of the partnership becomes even more when you look at what happened leading up to that partnership. You know, it felt like the middle order, the middle overs, the way Australian batting approached those overs was questionable. You know, you have someone like Steve Smith who has David Warner, who is on song, going so hard in the middle. You are trying to be aggressor, or you are trying to be overpowering David Warner at that stage was very unlike Stephen Smith. He's a seasoned campaigner. He's got all the ability to play spin well. I think that's the only trick which was missed by Australians for sure. They could have been smarter in playing those middle overs because they got 52 in the first 6. Yeah. After that kind of a start, they got through that phase so well. They got themselves in a commanding position. From there, I think that cricketing intelligence was missing in the middle overs. They left it too much for these two guys to do it. Not often you see when you are put in those kind of situation, you win game of cricket from there. And that's why the value of this partnership is high, because that was the only thing Australian team wanted at that stage, that these two go through the innings, or that was their last hope. As you can see, yes, Pat Cummins was there after this, who can hit a long ball. But it actually had gone to that level where Australians just had this last ray of hope standing there, and those guys delivered for them. That's why the value of this partnership is even high.
Exactly. You see a 81 or 41 partnership at any time is amazing. But that's where we like to add context to the numbers, right, Ajay? I mean, that's what Zach is saying, is that 81 or 41 just as numbers is impressive. Now you put it in context. That's 5 wickets down. It's a semi-final, right? Yeah. You put all these things into context, suddenly the importance of this multiplies.
Oh, definitely. I mean, this is the knockout stage, and where you're going to get knocked out is just before that final. So it's, probably the final is bigger than this. When I look at those numbers, I mean, let's look at those numbers differently. When they came in, 41 plus another 6 to go, the same numbers needed.
Yeah.
The same bowlers have roughly bowled.
Yeah.
It's the first 3, 4, 5 overs from there. If you are attacking, what does a batsman do? You bring in your weaker bowlers, or bowlers that you think you want to get through, and keep them apart. And once it gets close, last 2-3 overs, I mean, Mahendra Singh Dhoni's taught us enough. You've seen him, do this over a period of time. Because once you get to that stage, and Zach would explain this much better, being a bowler, somebody who's bowled at that stage, then there is nothing that you can do, because you have got a field set. There's a certain ball that you can bowl. The batsman he can go and do what he feels like doing. But at that 46 balls when they were left and the same number of runs got, if you bowl a decent length or keep it in line with the last pair in the middle, there's no way anybody's going to hit you over the top. And if they do that, then they can do it anyway. So you allow the teams to come in. And I think that if there was a trick that was lost there, because 46 balls and 80 to get with the last pair, I mean, really realistic pair, you got to, put that nail that they keep talking about. Australians wouldn't have let you get up from here. I think, the difference between Australians and the other teams are that if you allow them to get on top, then they never let you, come back into the game. So, for me, yes, I mean, there'll be many things. If the catch wasn't dropped and if this then happened, if that happened.
Yeah.
But generally, when I watch cricket, and what you see is that, it's like, 20 over to ye khel hi jayenge. The 5 guys who got out and gone have not scored at that same pace where they had the power play, they were better players, or, they had 7 to come behind them. You've managed to do that, and then you let the team in. That's where I think, the games are changing much more. And at the end, yes, I mean, you got to, give all credit to Matthew Wade and, Stoinis, what they did. But I feel that you allowed them to, get back into the game, because they would have not been able to do this. Matthew Wade wouldn't have been able to play Shaheen Shah Afridi like this, getting under, playing it over, fine leg. Maybe you would have still had a fine leg. You would have bowled to him with a mid-off on. So maybe there's something to learn from there for all the teams.